Good morning, everybody. It's Monday. It is October 19th, and we're here in the main room. I think this is the first close up from the main kitten room because yesterday I missed giving you guys a close up. It's just, actually, I can't honestly say it was a busy day. It was more like a lazy day. DJ was home. She had the whole day off, and that's unusual. And she's just a real bad influence on my ability to get everything done because when she's home, she's like, "Oh, you should just hang out." I'm like, all right, well, that sounds real good to me too. I hardly need a reason. So, at any rate, yeah, so that's what I ended up doing. And by the time I could have gotten around to doing the close up, it was just seemed too late. So, my apologies, but it was good. You know, we like I said, we hardly get to spend any time together these days, so it's nice when we do. So we moved the kids to the big room on on Saturday morning after Saturday afternoon after mailbag. We moved the kittens in here, and ever since then, they have been really occupying the condo here. They've got this entire room full of an entire cactus garden. Here's their food. They got some toys out here in the middle. That's their mom, Tilbury. They got a tunnel, and then they have a second cactus garden over here with a teepee in it and a couple of cows. Um, and all that, they've hardly explored it all because what they really like is the cardboard condo and this particular corner of the room. And they've been spending almost all of their time here, which really stymied me because I set up most of the cameras at first to point the other way and to cover the cactuses, figuring that's where the fun would be. So we're still trying to work out all the camera angles, and I'm trying to, I don't know, we'll get it sorted out over time. I'm working on it though, that's the point. At any rate, they spend most of their time sleeping and then some of their time just being a crazy, playful, running around, climbing up and down things. So far, Quartzy here is the climber in the room. She's been all the way up to past this stage of the cat tree, which is, equivalent height to the roof of the little condo that they're living in. I haven't seen any of the others get up that high. But they have all just been having a blast, running around, playing, enjoying the new room quite a bit. And frequently in the last 2 days since they've been here, I have been just leaving the doors open, letting their mom come and go, letting the faculty come and go. And so far, it's worked out great. The faculty has come in and looked around a little. Maggie came in and had a look around. Eddie almost came in. He stopped at the door and just watched the kittens for a minute or two and then walked on. Decided it wasn't his thing, I guess. Wow, there's so much action right now. And Loganberry's been in and around a couple times. And I think even Ari dropped in for a few minutes. So, and Tilly has watched all of them do that, and she doesn't really have any objection. So I think that's wonderful. She's so easygoing. So much fighting at the moment. They did all just have breakfast, and I thought they were just about to settle down for a post-breakfast nap. But I guess coming in here has set them all off. Oh my goodness. Oh, we put out some Halloween decorations, as you've seen. We've got the spider bed here. That little hanging fly is not only adorable, but it seems to be something that they really enjoy. There's that cardboard cactus thing there too. That the faculty actually is a big fan of this too. Every time they come in, that's where they end up. But you see, it's got a dangling ball inside it. They really dig that too. They were over there playing with it for a long time. In fact, Quartzy was playing with the dangling ball in there, And she was so excited about it that when Clyde came close to her, she growled at him to back off because she didn't want anybody to take the ball away from her. So those things have been a big hit so far. Also, the tunnel. When they first moved in, they were all just a little nervous about what the big tunnel could be, and now it's one of the favorite toys for them to try to climb on and through and play with each other. This tunnel right here, but this tunnel's not going to last long. It's the Jackson Galaxy Tunnel, and as you know, we originally started doing this when we discovered that if you cut the bottom off of a mesh laundry basket, it made a great cat toy. And then shortly thereafter, Jackson Galaxy started selling a mesh tunnel that was made for the purpose of cats, which is nice. And people have sent us some, and we've bought several. And they are nice because they've got a couple things that are cool. You can get more than one and zip them together. They've got a zipper on the end for that. And they're a little bit longer and narrower, like the size of a regular cat tunnel. Less like a laundry baskets can be have a very large diameter and be kind of short. Not that the cats mind; they seem to have equal fun with both sizes. But there is a problem which we've noticed, which is Jackson Galaxy tunnels have never lasted longer than one class here. And this one in particular didn't even last a day before you can see, here's the wiring that's poking out already. And when I was looking at that, I was noticing that all of the ribbon that holds this wire on is just coming off everywhere. And so it's not going to last very long at all. And this has only been out of the original package for a day and a half, 2 days now. And in that time, they were afraid of it for half of it, so they didn't even touch it. Just not in good shape. So my advice to all of you, of course, is if you want to do a really fun tunnel for your cat, and you should, because it's something that even the faculty loves, just find a cheap mesh laundry basket at your local store and cut the bottom out. And when you do cut the bottom out, make sure you stay well away from the edges. So um, I don't have anything here to illustrate. But what you want to do is, the laundry basket will be made just like this with the wire and the mesh and the whole thing. The laundry baskets, they're identical. They're just a little bit bigger. But when you cut the bottom out, there'll be the piece that goes all the way around the bottom. And you want to make sure you cut well away from that in any stitching. So really you want to leave a little edge when you cut the hole in the bottom of the laundry basket. Sometimes you can even have more fun than that. Like some of the laundry baskets have a weird top. Like, do you remember the toy that we had that was the cannon for the last class? The cannon, you remember how on the back it had like a weird opening that was like two flaps? They do that in some of the laundry baskets, and you can leave that, and the cats can have a lot of fun with it that way too. So just use your imagination. But that's my point was, there's some of the Jackson Galaxy products that are super high quality, really, really fun toys for cats. The space station is one of those. If you look up the Jackson Galaxy space station, it's sort of like a big gray laundry basket with a ball track in the bottom of it. That's a real winner that will last 1,000 years. But this is not a winner, and I'll tell you while we're on the subject, don't buy the telescoping metal wands that he sells either. Those things are the exact same as like the radio antenna that you had back in the 70s on your desk radio. Those things would break off all the time, and so do his wands. But some things are great. Like I said, the space station. We've still got one in the basement that I keep on thinking about bringing it up for this class or that class, and I haven't because they have so much other stimulation right now. But that's a real fun one. Ari's also been a fan of it. I don't know what I'm talking about. I haven't had even one coffee yet. I'm on half a coffee so far. I got my Halloween coffee cup out though. Oh, and this thing. I don't know if any of you noticed last night. We've got the bat on top of this, which I love. This is one of my favorite ball towers so far. There's also one that's got a flying eyeball that you can replace it with, which I will after they tear up this bat a little bit. But I love the way it's put together. And the coolest thing about it is if you look real close, you can see the stitching around the edges on this bat. Well, that stitching that goes around the edges here is made out of a different sort of material than the rest of the bat. And when the night lights go on in the infrared at night, this black stitching glows bright white, and it makes like a bat logo you can clearly see on the infrared light at night. It's crazy. It is so cool. And I'm sure they didn't do that on purpose. It just happened to use a thread that is white in the infrared range where the rest of it is black. But the effect is super awesome. So I love that ball track, the Halloween ball track. Very, very cool. And I was saving the eyeball. There's a flying eyeball that can take the place of the bat, and I love it so much I didn't want to put it out right away. I do, though, have a pit full of eyeballs here, too. We put together a couple of the ball tracks, and in the middle, I put all these ping pong balls that are eyes. That's a little Halloweeny. There we go. Oh, it's tunnel time for somebody. I see that. What are we doing, kids? That teepee has also been a big hit. The teepee bed, I know it doesn't look like much, and it's not much. It's just a piece of like ripstop nylon, which is the stuff that, it just doesn't have a nice feel to it. It feels, I don't know. The cats love it, though, is my point. I don't love the way it feels. It just feels kind of cheap and thin and plasticky. But the kittens go crazy for it. They love running in and out in the flaps and I think the crinkly kind of noises that it makes when they're in it and stuff. Big hit. They've been running in and out of it and playing with each other and stuff. Especially Brumble and Quartzy seem like they're big fans of the teepee. I don't know if they'll go in while we're talking about it, but they have been loving it. Quartz is thinking about it right now. And I think it's also fun because they can hide behind the flap and they can put their feet under the flap and sort of attack each other and stuff. It's really, oh, Brumby just jumped on top of the tunnel and I missed it. Sorry. There we go, like that. We haven't quite got the hang of how it all balances out yet. They will. This is why a mesh tunnel is so much more fun than the ones that you can't see through, because the kittens can look at each other through the side and play and attack, and it's a whole different level of entertainment. And get the claws stuck in everything. That's part of being a kitten, is learning how to cope with that particular issue. Oh, Quartz is going to take the whole tunnel with her, though. All right, let me give you a hand, Quartzy Beans. Oh, you got it. Okay, good. See, that's all part of the lesson. There we go. Speaking of the lesson, because they're in this room and they're of that age, I should mention that is true, that one of the things that they're going to do is get their claws stuck in things a lot, and they'll figure it out. I wouldn't panic about it. The other thing they're going to do quite a bit is fall. They're probably going to, I mean, I think you saw, or was that right before I started filming when Shire, but it was when I brought the breakfast in, Shire tried to jump out of the condo and really didn't do a great job of it and sort of crashed onto the floor. I think earlier today I was told Rumble took a big leap and made a big crash on the floor. You're going to see a lot of that, but kittens, they're made of rubber. Like, they are made to take falls, and it's part of them learning how to cat. So I wouldn't panic about it too much. And once in a while, and it happens almost, I'd say almost once per class, we find one kitten that ends up to really take a jump and sort of bruises himself a little bit. We have never had anything actually broken, though, just a tiny bit bruised. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. Obviously, if you see one of them take a fall and then it seems like he's limping a bit, let us know. We'll check it out, but I wouldn't panic about it right off the bat. I hear something. It sounded like a scuffle upstairs, which is weird because Custard's put away. Nobody was yelling, though. It was just banging noises. I'm not sure. Oh, where did you? Oh, I see. You were just trying to get up on the ceiling of the cactus again. There is somebody being noisy upstairs, and not angry noisy, but like banging around noisy. Yeah, there's definitely a chase going on up there. I wonder if Tilly's involved. It could be about the time that Tilly and Ari could start to be friends. I'm not sure about that though. Oh no, I just missed the cutest little quartz just like popped out of the tent instead of just walking out. It was a real like Kramer entrance. Hi, Logan Beans. You want to come in here, Sadberry? Dadberry, Uncleberry. Logan, of all the cats that we have in the house right now, is the one that is the most likely to care for little kittens. I'm sure you have seen. He grooms them all. It was in our last video bits too. You saw him with the hipsters, and I think before that you saw him with the gifts of Gab. He grooms all the kittens, and he also teaches them a little bit to be polite, where he'll sort of grab them by the neck and then he'll lick them. But he's very gentle. He's an excellent Uncle Barry. How are you even doing that? There's nothing in the inside to grab onto. She's just got her claws in the fabric. Pulling yourself up there. That's a very ninja move. Like you could imagine her just hidden in the top of this thing, ready to drop down on somebody. Like a ninja. Hi, Brumples. Logan Mary, you can come in here, pal. I'm telling you, it's all right. He's like, yeah, I don't know. I'm cool out here. All right, Sadberry. They've all been making the guinea pig noises too when they want to play or when they're excited. I don't know if you probably just didn't hear Brumby, but Brumby just did it a minute before I said that. Oh, this is crazy though. Climbing the inside of the bed. Heard that. This is that Vitresca brand cactus bed that I said was like one of the most sturdy beds that I've ever seen because it's the edges, the sides of it are so full of stuffing to give it that texture. It stands up really well. So I imagine that's why they're able to climb the inside. I don't think the ordinary cat beds would stand up to that. Just while we were sitting here, got a lap Shire. Hi, Shire. Oh, hi. Hey, bud. Shire has, so I thought Morgan was on track early to be the most sociable, like people-friendly of all of the kittens. And she was, and she is. You know, she's sociable and people-friendly. They all are very, very good. But Shire has definitely taken first place in that competition, where Shire is the one that will like immediately want to seek out a lap, and also the one that when we take them up to the spa for a little visit, Shire will just snuggle up and go to sleep and take a nap right next to you and wants to be right close, just real comfy as long as you're there. And all the others are a little bit less that way. Where I mean, not that way, but just Shire's definitely in first place for being a lap kitty that wants to hang out with his people. Isn't that true, Shire? It's obviously true because you are sitting here in my lap while everybody else is kung fu fighting in the cactus in the tunnel. I love this toy they're playing with, and it was one of the first toys that I put out upstairs, and their mom used it to like soak in the food dish. So it's really dirty now. Look at that. Sad because I really like this thing. It's like a little Native American fox thing. It's so cute. And it would be fun to throw too, but yeah, it's a little gross. It hasn't kept me from leaving it out because I think it's so fun and the kittens like it. What was that? I don't know if I caught that on camera, the bounce off of the tunnel. This is what I'm talking about. See how they can play under the little flaps in the tent? They have a lot of fun with that. Now I have Clyde playing in my lap. What's up, Collider? Super Collider? Shire's looking out into the big world. You'll notice that I got us an actual doorstop, and on the other side of that, the actual, like the door, it's also called a doorstop, isn't it? The thing that goes in the wall that stops it from hitting the wall. That's weird that they both called the same thing. That can't be right. Is it? Boy, I need more coffee. When you're trying to talk to people and you're like, oh, the doorstop's a weird word. You're like, yeah, you're not awake yet, pal. Oh, I don't know. Can you see Loganberry? There he is. See, under the chair? He was just playing under the chair. That's what all that noise was. And there's Ari on the other side. I think Loganberry's trying to convince the kittens that he'd be fun if they came out there and played with him. Because he was just making his come play with me noise. Oh, another note, since we've been in here for 2 days now, the kittens have done a perfect job of using the litter box every time. That's super cool. And this morning, for the first time, I gave them breakfast that is 100% Fancy Feast, no RC Mom and Baby Cat at all. We'll see if that works, but they did all chow down a little bit for breakfast, so I feel good about it. It's mostly for Mom's sake, like I said. She's been having the bad poops. There's Eddie. Hi, Eddie. Eddie, will you come in here and kitten with us? I'm sure he won't, but Eddie. Eddie boy. Eddie. No, Eddie. Okay. Well, he's going to sit there and think about it and then walk off like he did yesterday, I'm sure. Eddie. Hi, bud. Come here. You never do what I ask. Yep, here comes Ari. Logan's right outside in the tunnel. Probably a little hard to see there. Oh, Clyde? Clyde's technically got his foot outside the line. All right, Clyde's out in the living room now. Just going for it. He knows Loganberry. Obviously, he's been groomed by Loganberry in the spa. But he did just stop to look at Loganberry like he doesn't know what's going on. There's another cat over there, buddy. I just got to show over here. These kids are still wrestling. Oh, here comes Mom. That's Tilly, not Ari. But Ari's still in here, and she might not love that. We'll see. Ari's right behind me. Ari, maybe we should go, pal. Think of that? Now he sees her. Now he thinks, yeah, discretion is the better part of valor. Oh, he's going to stop and check out Clyde outside the room, though. Oh, and that's going to send Clyde back in. There we go, until he's going to have some more breakfast. She really is so chill. Like, I can't imagine any other mom cat walking in to see one of our cats in the room with her kittens and then just being like, yeah, you're cool. I'm going to go have breakfast. Like, I know we've had mom cats that were that cool in the past, but it's been a very, very long time. That's Ari talking. Did you hear that? He wants some attention from me. Hi, Quartzy. What are you doing here? That's that's Ari talking now. He does this to me in the mornings mostly, where he asks me to come out there and pet him, and that's how he does it. Oh, Clyde's gone back out for round two. He's trying to get as far as that skateboard, I think. Decided against it. I cannot believe the eyes on this kitten, on little Quartzy. Her eyes are just, they're more blue than you can even imagine. I know the camera's doing a pretty good job of showing it right now, but they're crazy. And Logan just went nuts on the S-shaped S. That's what that thump was. He's a big kitten this morning. He was doing that. He was being a big kitten yesterday too. He had the zoomies. That's unusual for him, but he's had the zoomies 2 mornings in a row now. The other thing about Quartzy is that, and this isn't probably not going to show up as well on the camera, but let me put her in front of something that's really white, like the door here. She's got a real sort of a tan color to almost all of her fur, and then a little white spot in the front here. You can see that, and then on her paws. But overall, she's got a real, I'd call it tan color. It's so pale though. It's so very, very pale. It's very subtle. Unless you see her next to something white, you could almost miss it. But it's beautiful. I think she's darkening up a little bit still. It's not nearly as subtle as it was before, of course. I think it's pretty obvious if you notice her paws. Oh, now she's like, "What were you putting me over here for?" Oh, gonna just wander right out. Okay, everything's safe in this world. There's no fear about anything. Oh, Loganberry's, look at that. He just got all. He wants to play. That might be too much for her if you try to run up and play with her right away, buddy. That's good. That's good. He's being good. You can see from his pose, though, as soon as he saw her, he was like, "Oh, something to play with." He's got enough wisdom to know not to just jump on her. Just wisdom. I don't know where I'm going. Definitely need more coffee. There's still some in this cup. Mm. Okay, good stuff. So, today, my one project that I really want to get done today is I'm going to put curtains in this room finally. And I had a lot of debate with myself about what was the right sort of window cover to use in here, but we need something because when the sun comes in after noon, it's too bright for the cameras and it sometimes makes the room too warm. And I'd like to have the option to cover the windows. And I was thinking, do I get a pull shade or blinds or, something? But in the end, I realized if I do get something that's like a pull shade or blinds or whatever, the kittens are going to tear it up and it'll have to be replaced. And I think curtains are the best idea because they're easy to replace. You just take one off and put another one on. You can even get really cheap ones, and I'm pretty sure that's the way to go. Oh, there's QP playing with that toy again, like I was just telling you guys. That was that jingling sound you just heard. She was in there playing with it. Now that I noticed, she's going to come out and do something else, of course. Just doing a circle around to go back in. All right. Well, I do have to weigh the kittens this morning, but I'll take care of that myself. I think that was Loganberry smacking the S-shaped S again, that bang you just heard. Anyway, like I said, I'll take care of weighing them myself, and it'll show up on the weight sheet. I think I didn't even put in the last weight yet. That reminds me of things I didn't do yet. I did upload the last the previous two mailbags, so not the one that was from Saturday, but the two before that, they are uploaded. I just need to label them and publish them. So that'll just take, 30 seconds when I sit down in front of a computer. I can take care of that. So you'll see the last two mailbags go up. That's the ones that we did when we were upstairs with these kittens. And they were very, very, very tiny. Then the curtains, what else do I need to take care of that you would be interested in? Oh, cleaning the annex, of course. I don't know if I'm going to start cleaning the annex today, but it has to get cleaned this week because, as I mentioned, there's a chance that the Danbury Animal Welfare Society will be sending us a new mom cat this coming weekend. So I'm looking forward to that possibility too. With as easy as Tilly has been, of course, it's been a real vacation for me this so far. The last 5 weeks, these kids are just about 5 weeks old. So since Tilly showed up, well, since the hipsters all left, I should say, everything's been easy going. And about time to bring in a new mom cat for that. That's Ari talking to me again. He wants some attention this morning, so I'll have to go see him. All right, well, everybody's everywhere. I don't know how to point the cameras so that you guys can watch these kittens on the regular Kitten Academy live stream, but I'll do my best, and I hope you check it out. Look at little Brumby up here on the 3rd level. Nope, that's the 2nd level of the cat tree, but that's still the highest I've seen Brumbies go. With the toy armadillo. Nope, okay, I'm just gonna set the armadillo back there a little bit so it's out of the way. There you go. Got your back, pal. So there's definitely not any camera that points to that particular spot, which is a shame because Brumby is adorable still. Look at those whiskers and those eyes. So cute and so tiny. Quartz is reaching out of the thing to grab my arm. Quartzy, what are you doing? Okay, I guess that's one way to get out. Also, I see Shire is on the 1st level here with his buddy, the black bat. Oh, so they've each got their own little friend. Sit up. There we go. Good enough. Aw. And then these two nursing. It looks like Shire's going to join this party presently. He's trying to find his way down. Got this, Shire. Nice. Well, like I said, if you want to keep watching these kittens, check out the regular Kitten Academy live stream right here on YouTube. Look for Kitten Academy live stream. You will find it. Looks like Brumby's going to join the party as well. And hopefully when you find it, you will find kittens visible. Like I said, we're still trying to work out all the camera angles in this room, but we'll get it eventually. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. It's 33 minutes. I've gone on a long time, probably because I need more coffee, so I'm going to get right to it. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day. I hope you have a great week. We'll see you for another close-up, presumably tomorrow. Unless I've got DJ in my ear saying, hey, why don't you just hang out with me? That seems unlikely. She's at work today and tomorrow. So, all right. Thanks, everybody.